guys, and welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 3. Woohoo! We're on episode 8. And the last episode we got a fair bit of loadcraft done. I understand there's still quite a bit more to go. And I've also been doing a bit of work in between episodes. In particular, I've set up some hopping bonsai pots to feed oak wood into these mechanical users to extract latex from them. I've also set up the latex processing unit and a crafter to convert the tiny dry rubber into dry rubber, which is then getting smelted down, and we're doubling the output from that to make plenty of plastic for the industrial foregoing machines. We've also set up a material stonework factory, which is currently just producing lots and lots of sand. I'm going to get into why I need that a little bit later. But one other thing I've set up over here is this. I've got a builder, and you can see it's currently set up, it's producing something that covers 380 chunks. Now, those of you who know me will know that when I do bases, I don't do small. I do absolutely enormous bases, and that's what you can see at the start of up there, because I've got all these platforms with all these different things on and nothing's really connected together. So I wanted to start at least getting the kind of structure for my base started. And that's what we've got here. Now, fortunately, in order to actually finish placing these blocks, I need quartz. And I figure the best way to do that is, obviously we've got the mystical agriculture way of doing it. But I want to set up a small mob spawner using an Ender IO powered spawner. And we're going to use the spin out mobs from the Nether. And the way I'm going to do that is by grabbing a empty soul vial. The same one that we used in the last episode to open the portal to Landia using the abyssal zombie, which I believe is in here, one of these chests somewhere, but I'll find that later. But yeah, we're then going to use the quartz to make the laboratory blocks. So before we go into making the powered spawner, I want to show you a few of the quests that I completed, if I can find them. There's that many places to this. So we completed the thermal frame from thermal expansion. You don't get any rack for that. The Environ Electrum we'd already done. We then got the resin extractor and resin processing unit. And we also got into some graphite and solar panels. Now, fingers crossed, this is going to give us enough rack to hit 12 stacks. Which it looks like it is, so let's take those out. Now, those of you who played the pack probably know what I'm going for here. Let's go back into the rewards, and where is it? There it is. Flight totem. 768 complete. Claim. Awesome. That takes 83 player levels. Now, that's not going to be a problem because we've got the mob farm set up, so I'm going to head over there, grab some experience, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, here we go. That is flight claimed, and awesome, we can now fly. Woohoo! Creative flight for the win. Okay, so I made a little bit of progress. We've now got the sand smelt down into glass combined with iron to make the mirrors. Combine those together to make the tier 1 solar panels, and then combine those with pistons, which are using cobblestone, redstone, planks, and the iron ingots. And you get the solar panels tier 2. Unfortunately, I seem to hit a bit of a sticking point. I am completely out of redstone. Now, redstone you normally get through sifting dust. Fortunately, we're only doing the sand and the gravel at the moment. So probably what I'm going to have to do is make up another material stonework factory and get it producing some dust. Okay, so I've actually gone through and replaced all of the sag mills with the material stonework factories. This one's producing gravel, and these two are producing dust. So you can see up here now I've got the dust instead of the sand, and I've actually got these 3 sieves here are now enchanted with efficiency 4 and fortune 3 to help increase the yield of redstone that we're getting. So you can see this has only been going for a very short time. It's only been about maybe a minute or two since I last transferred the redstone over into the production facility. So we head over here and see we've still got a couple of stacks in there, but we're now up to 2 stacks of solar panels 2, and they're still going. We're just waiting for this to finish making the rest of the solar panel 1s with the rest of the materials we've got. So the next bit then is going to be to upgrade to the 3rd tier. Now those are a little more complicated, as once you start getting the 3rd tier you need these photovoltaic cells, which are glass, lapis and mirrors. Now the glass we're already producing, although we are running quite short on this because we're not producing a lot of sand. The mirrors we've got absolutely tons of. Probably what I should do, take one of those out. We don't want it stacking too high. So as well as running out of redstone, which I've kind of solved a couple of little AFK sessions, got me 22 stacks of redstone, which is pretty good going. I noticed I was running out of awkward planks quite a lot, so me being me and not doing anything by half measures, I kind of made this. Yeah, I set up 16 hopping bonsai pods, and now I'm just getting all the wood and more apples and saplings and leaves than I could ever know what to do with. But yeah, this thing's running fantastically now. So we've now got almost 7 stacks of the tier 2 solar panels. It's absolutely amazing because, much like the inferior essence, those quickly disappear. So we use 2 solar panels per solar panel 3. 2 of those for that. Again, 2 of that for that. And so on and so on, right down the crafting rabbit hole there. Oh god, like these didn't go on anywhere near as far in Project Ozone Light. But yeah, so it seems like it's 2 solar panels for each one. Although only one there gets you 3 solar panels of infinity. Yeah, I guess the rest of the cost kind of justifies that. And while we're on the topic of doing things in a big way, the base is coming along nicely. And by nicely, I mean it's still got a long way to go. Just kind of ignore the creepers and the random mobs. There's going to be a lot of them. So yeah, this is as far as I've gotten so far, which is not very far. It's not very far at all. So this thing, if I remember rightly, is going to use around 90,000 laboratory blocks. So yeah, we're probably about, I don't know, I'd say about 10% of the way done. Okay, so quick progress update. We've now got the tier 3 solar panels set up. We've got 10 stacks, so it's absolutely amazing. And that's going to power us for days. Can't wait to actually get those upgraded. But yeah, what I've done is I've been to the Nether and mined up, is it about a few stacks of quartz, maybe about 10 stacks of quartz. Made them into laboratory blocks, and yeah, this thing's coming along nicely. This thing's going along really nicely. I have started lighting it up as well, hence the 800 torches in my inventory. But you can see, still got a long way to go. Still got a very long way to go. Hi cow. Got creepers, zombies, sheep, skeletons. It's a real mob party in here, isn't it? Go on, sheep. Go on. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Go on. It's a demon sheep now. I kind of want them to try fighting. Come on, skeleton. Come here. Come here. Come on. That's it. Look at me. Look at me. Hi. No, no, don't shoot the creeper. Don't shoot the creeper. Oh. Well, there goes our friend. Well, I did get this place all fully lit up. Unfortunately, some of the skeletons decided to try fighting the creepers. And, yeah, they made a little bit of a mess. I mean, luckily I can just run the builder again afterwards and it'll patch up any holes. Missed a couple of spots up here. Can't forget those. But yeah, it's obviously a hell of a lot better than it used to be. Alright, got a little bit more work done on the quartz situation. So I've now got a spin out in a soul vial. I've also made up this little dark room using the dark ineffable glass and some chiseled stone. And that's about as much as I can get done this for the moment, because we actually need to start getting back into Ender IO. So let's head back over here. And let's have a look at what we actually need to do. If I can remember where it is. Here we are. So this is where we need to start getting into. We actually need to make the soul binder in order to make the powered spawner. But to do that first we need some solarium. And solarium is gold and soul sand if I remember right. Where are we? Alloy smelter. There it is. Yep, soul sand and gold. Alright, okay, I'm going to be back in 2 seconds. Okay, so I've got my solarium ingots. I've also grabbed a few extra materials, so I've got the simple machine chassis that we made up a couple episodes ago. So crushed quartz, organic brown dye. When you're sag milling down the grass to get your clippings and trimmings to the green dye, you also get twigs and prunings, which you can use for the organic brown dye. A bit of organic black dye that we had left over, and soul powder from sag milling a couple of ingots. There we go. And now we should be able to pop you in there with these. Perfect, and that gets the soul machine chassis. That should get us a couple of quests done. But now we start getting to the good stuff. Because now we make the slice and splice. There's so many S's in these words, isn't there? So many S's. So to do this, we've got the slime ingots, the soul machine chassis. So we need 2 energized bimetal gears. Did I not make any of these up? It doesn't look like I did. Okay, so it's energetic alloy and infinity bimetal. Got dark bimetal, that's not what we want. Okay, so it's iron nuggets, iron ingots and grains of infinity, easy stuff. I'm gonna make up a bunch of these. Nice, and now we take our energetic alloy. Yeah, 19, that'll do for a while. Iron bars. And then the last thing we need is a mob head, which is easily done. Got plenty of those over here. What can we use? Zombie heads. Oh, and yes, my pickaxe keeps making things explode. So it was a nice surprise when you're not expecting it. I keep thinking we've got a creeper nearby. So we should be able to pop that all together now. Boom, there's another quest. So next up we need the soul binder, which is another chassis. 4 solarium ingots, which we've got. We need a zombie, skeleton, creeper, and an enderman head with the white eyes, because there are 2 different types. There's the one with the pink eyes and then the one with the white. I think there's actually one with the green if you can find some evolved enderman as well. Okay, yeah, let's take that out of my hand. Otherwise it's going to keep exploding. So we've got creeper, white enderman, skeleton, and zombie. Okay, cool, that should be everything. So let's pop that down. There we go. And we can pop these here. We do need some capacitors for them, so I'm going to have a quick look and see what the text for some of these means so we can get the best ones. I'll be back soon. Alright, next up we need to make the powered spawner, which is this thing here. I've already made up some electrical steel and vibrant crystals. They're very easy to craft up. The electrical steel is just iron, pulverized coal and silicon, which is easy enough to get. But what I need to do now is make up the Z-Logic controller. And we do that using the slice and splice, which is silicon, solarium, redstone and zombie heads. Or it can be any head, I believe. No, is it? No, sorry, this one has to be a zombie head to make the Z-Logic controller, but then when you're making the powered spawner, this can then be any skull. So there we go, that's 1 powered spawner. Now we've got a powered spawner, we've got our soul vial. Problem is, there's 1 step missing. We need an actual broken spawner. So the easiest way to get that is going to be head back to the Nether. We've got a fortress right next to the portal, so I'm going to have a route around and see if I can find a blaze spawner. Good news everybody, we've got the mob farm up and running with the spin out spawner. It took me a while to get that because I couldn't find any in the Nether, so I had to go searching. But we've now got the spin outs being automatically killed. What I'm doing is just basically trashing anything I get from this other than the quartz, which is actually about to run out, but that's fine because we've actually got an item filter in there anyway. So the quartz is now being transported automatically via this cable down here, along with the stone from the storage crate we've got over there, crafting that into laboratory blocks. And as you can see, we've now got 200 stacks of this stuff, so that means it is now time to turn the builder back on. This is hopefully going to plug up some of those holes. It is going to have to go through all the blocks it's already done again just to check that those blocks are placed. We should see it very soon get into this bit. Come on, any second now. There we go. Awesome. So that's filling up all the gaps. Well, we need to make sure those gaps are now lit up, which they're not. Of course they're not. But yeah, very soon this thing is really going to start taking shape. Oh, the lag is real. I can barely even get any frames here. Come on. All I want to do is try and place some torches so we don't get mob spawns. Come on, please let me move. Too many blocks being placed. Okay, this actually makes things so much easier. I'm now using the Sojourner's staff from Reliquary, that's it. But yeah, we can just right click and this will place torches from a fair distance away so we don't have to get close to all the mobs. And we've actually ran out of laboratory blocks at the moment. We're still getting some crafted, so very slowly is still placing blocks, but that means the lag is a hell of a lot less now. So we can actually go about and do what we came here to do, which is stop all these mob spawns. Because this place is just one giant mob farm without any torches. But yeah, so much better this way. Okay, progress update, and I've discovered something completely unintentional, but if you look at the minimap in the top right, you can actually see that this is This structure is basically the whole same size as the minimap. Did not intend that, completely coincidental. I've also got the insides lit up, or at least what we've got done so far. Same with the outside. Just going around as it's placing its blocks now and doing the last couple areas, at least until it gets some more building done. But yeah, I'm starting to think this thing is maybe a little bit too big. It's not often I say things are too big. But yeah, this is going to give us a lot of space to work with, and this, I mean, to be fair, a lot of this is going to be purely aesthetic, so there's not going to be a lot of function in a lot of places, but it's going to give us at least a lot of space to expand if we ever do want to build any new farms or anything like that. And this isn't going to be the only structure in this build. This is just one part of it. So I'm probably going to build as I go along. Obviously we can backlog some laboratory blocks in the meantime, and I also need to have a think about what kind of detailing I want to go with, because obviously just having laboratory blocks like this, it's quite plain, isn't it? I'm thinking some windows definitely on the outside of this. The inside is going to have something in there, so windows aren't necessarily going to be important, but we are going to have a couple of other things I've got planned in there, which I'm not going to spoil just yet. I'd rather show you as I get to them. I've actually found something better than the Sojourner's Staff, and that's the Lantern of Paranoia. Now this is also from Reliquary, and this is just going to place torches automatically in unlit areas. So if we shift right click and head over here, you can see that's just completely automatic. We don't have to do anything. It's a hell of a lot faster. That side is already done. Let's do inside. Do have to get a little bit closer, but because it's so fast, it's not really an issue. One thing I've also had to do as well is chunk load the area where the builder is, because we're starting to get quite a distance away from it. So what I actually found was it was kind of stopping and then not doing anything for a while. But yeah, it's just because we were out of chunk loading distance. Which gives you an idea how big this thing is. It's 300 blocks in diameter. And you can see the lag's really starting now. As daytime comes, the solar panels are starting to really speed up the power generation as well. So this thing has the opportunity to go a lot faster than it did. One thing I'm finding though is the builder is kind of doing an imperfect shape. Now, okay, yes, we do have that problem as well. The Lantern of Paranoia will place torches on the side of blocks like that. That's possibly why it missed that one. So what we want to try and do is avoid actually coming in until it's finished an area. But yeah, I'll just do a quick sweep through here to give you an idea of the scale of this thing. Yeah, see, it's picking up a couple of areas that we missed, which is awesome. I want to make sure this thing is 100% mob proof. Speaking of, let's get rid of you. But yeah, we're going to get a lot of light in here now. A hell of a lot of light. I'm going to need some more torches. Alright guys, so this is almost done. The builder's just going through and doing the last few chunks now. And I've been watching the shapes it makes as it builds chunk by chunk. It's actually quite fascinating as it completes the loop. But any second now, there we go. The last few layers are almost done. And it looks like this will be the last layer here. Still got a bit of lighting up to do inside. I just don't want to accidentally have the lamp place torches in the way where the blocks are going to be going, because then we'll just have to go back and fill in the gaps later ourselves, which I don't want to do. But I believe this is the last chunk now. And boom, it's complete. It is actually complete. Okay, let's turn our lamp on. We can place a few torches while we do this. But yeah, so this is the Donut of Doom, and just, yeah, ignore the creeper hole there. One of the skeletons got mad at me, tried to shoot me, and shot another creeper. But yeah, this is it. I've had to turn my render distance up, and I've kind of made a mistake in not marking out where the centre of this thing was going to be. But oh well, we can actually do that using the builder anyway, because it's already set on the correct coordinates. Just need to change it to a 1 by 1 by 1 block, and it'll place it right in the centre. But yeah, this is it. This is the what's it called? The giant donut of doom. This is going to be probably the biggest structure in the base. So if we take a bit of a look at it from a distance, you can see just how huge this thing is. I can't remember if I said in one of the earlier clips what I'm actually going to be doing here, but this is going to be a space station. It's going to be one massive space station, which I thought was perfect for a void world. So you don't have to spend forever clearing out all of the terrain. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting build, and all I want to say is I am so glad this is modded. Imagine trying to do this by hand. Just imagine the amount of circle counting required to build something like this by hand. I would go insane. Like, just think if you got all the way around and you had one block out. Well, actually, to be fair, I think if I had one block out, I would just leave it. I would just accept that little bit of imperfection, but imagine you went round and you had you were like 5 to 10 blocks out, and you had to go around and either just tear it out and redo the whole thing from scratch, or go around and meticulously count it all to try and find where the error is. And oh, there's a lot of charged creepers in here. I probably shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, looks like we're done anyway. Oh god, so many mobs. So many mobs. But guys, that is going to be the end of this episode. We got a lot of progress done in this space, an absolute ton of progress. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already to get notified of any future content. It really does help out the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Also, this thing could totally be a giant halo for me. See? I'm an angel, honest.